This is my opinion. I feel like Randy Moss is the best wide receiver in NFL history. And I won't be mad if you chose differently, but this is just my opinion. This is by Fox Sports, the top 10 best wide receivers of all time. And they got Jerry Rice as number one. I disagree, but I wouldn't be mad if anybody any NFL fan picks Jerry Rice. And this is what they said about Jerry Rice. Simply put, Jerry Rice is the Tom Brady of wide receivers. The undisputed greatest of all time. He is the league's all-time leader in receptions with 1,549 catches, receiving yards 22,895. Dang, receiving yards. Gosh, wait. And he has 197 receiving touchdowns. Rice was selected to a whopping 11 All-Pro teams, earned 13 Pro Bowl selections, and also won 3 Super Bowl titles with the 49ers. He's also got 2 Offensive Player of the Year awards and was named MVP of the Super Bowl. Wow, one of the Super Bowls. From a postseason perspective, he also is NFL's all-time leader in receiving yards, 2,245. Receiving touchdowns with 22. Rice was inducted into the Pro Football Hall of Fame in 2010. Wow. I'm going to keep it real. Impressed with Jerry Rice, man. Awesome. I cannot hate on anybody that says Jerry Rice is number one. He always made the play. He was just amazing. Amazing player. You know what I mean? But they got number 2, Randy Moss. Now, for me, Randy Moss is my GOAT at wide receiver. Just my opinion, y'all. Number 84 is the reason why I'm a football fan. Number 84 is the reason why I'm a Viking fan from Pennsylvania. Number 84 had that saying, I just mossed you. No other wide receiver in NFL history had anything like that. You know what I mean? And let's talk about it, right? Arguably the best deep ball threat of all time. That's not you can't argue about that. I feel like that's a fact. You feel me? Can I talk that talk on Talk That Talk Fridays with your boy Mike Sports Vibe?
Talk that talk.
Randy Moss was an unstoppable force for the majority of his 14-year career. He strung together 6 consecutive seasons with 1,300 plus receiving yards from 1988 to 2003 with the Vikings and had 10 or more receiving scores in 5 of these seasons. That is simply amazing. The man had 10 or more receiving scores, y'all, in 5 of these seasons. Who was stopping, bruh? Like, let's keep it real. Who was stopping this bull, man? The answer is nobody. Moss finished his career as one of the 5 receivers all time to eclipse 15,000 receiving yards, and his 156 receiving touchdown ranked second all time. His 2007 season with the Patriots was arguably his best, as he set the NFL single season record for touchdown catches with 23. Wow, I remember that year. In that year, they lost to the Giants in the Super Bowl. You know what I mean? Wow. A mark that still stands today. I don't think anybody breaking that record anytime soon. The 4-time first-team All-Pro and 6-time Pro Bowler was inducted into the Pro Football Hall of Fame in 2018. By the way, if you haven't already, make sure you hit that like button, hit that subscribe button. We go on live for absolutely every game. And since it's the off season, we still want to have a party. We're going to have a party every Monday, every Wednesday, and every Friday. Talk That Talk Mondays, Talk That Talk Wednesdays, Talk That Talk Fridays. And if I don't happen to go live between 11 a.m. and 2 p.m. Eastern, I will make it up to you, I promise. But shout out to everybody rocking with your bull, man. Hit the like button on this live stream. Now they got number 3. And hold on. Let me get back to Randy Moss. I'm going to say this again. I think Randy Moss is number 1. But I cannot argue with anybody that says Jerry Rice is number 1 because the stats speak for themselves. He's a Super Bowl champion. He was unstoppable. He was amazing. He was great. I have nothing but respect from when it comes to Jerry Rice. So this is no disrespect, but for me, my opinion, Randy Moss is my guy, right? Now get into number 3, Terrell Owens. Now listen, people sleep on Terrell Owens, and I don't know why. Maybe it's because of how he carried himself in certain instances on teams, like when he was with the Cowboys and when he was with the Eagles, when he was in the driveway. What'd he say? What'd he say in the driveway? He said, "That's my quarter." Shout out to my guy Cooley. Shout out to my guy Cooley in the building. Yeah. Shout out to that guy right there, man. That's my homie. But Terrell Owens, right? Wow, simply one of the best, right? And this is what they said, right? It's fitting that Terrell Owens ranks 3rd on our list as he's a 3rd all-time in receiving yards with 15,934 yards and receiving touchdowns with 153 touchdowns. He played 15 years and finished his career with 5 first-team All-Pro selections and 6 Pro Bowl nods en route to a Pro Bowl Football Hall of Fame induction in 2018. Owens also had 42 games in which he had 100-plus receiving yards and a touchdown catch, which trails only Jerry Rice with 57 and Randy Moss 53 all-time. He went over 1,000 yards 9 times over an 11-year span and had 8 seasons with 10 or more touchdown receptions. Owens is also one of the 2 players ever to record 20 receptions in a game, doing so against the Bears in 2000 season. Brandon Marshall is the other. Simply amazing player. I really, man, I got the one thing. When I say get your popcorn ready, I got that from Terrell Owens. You know, Terrell Owens for me is one of those wide receivers. I ain't gonna say he was misunderstood, but I feel like people sleep on him because of the stuff. They take somehow, some way, they take away some of his greatness. They try to take some of his greatness away because of some of the things he did off the field. But on the field, and sometimes some of the stuff on the field, he did some stuff, but on the field, he was a straight-up dog, and he deserves to have the 3rd spot. I can see that being the 3rd spot. All right, now number 4, Larry Fitzgerald. I ain't gonna sit here and lie to you. Let's see who's number 5 real quick. I like Larry Fitzgerald. I think I might put Calvin Johnson above Larry Fitzgerald, though. I ain't gonna sit here and lie. I like Marvin Harrison at number 6. Then they got Chris Carter number 6. Ooh, hold on now. Isaac Bruce, that's another one. Tim Brown, that's another dog. And Andre Johnson, wow. All right, so look, let's talk about Larry Fitzgerald real quick. I'm gonna probably do 5 of them, and we can debate about who's number 1, who's top 5 or whatever. I think I would switch this a little bit. As much as I like Larry Fitzgerald, I feel like Calvin dominated on another level when it comes to just for the amount of time he plays. I know Calvin Johnson, he retired early because I think he was like, I'm getting injured too much. I'm tired of getting hurt. So he retired early, but he retired on top. One of the most unguardable wide receivers I have ever witnessed. And this is coming from a Viking fan. I can't stand the Lions, but I keep it real over here. But let's talk about Larry Fitzgerald, another great wide receiver. Having played all 17 years of his career with the Cardinals, that's impressive. Larry Fitzgerald was, sure-handed receiver who made big plays when it mattered. That's true. The 3-time All-Pro. What was the other wide receiver that he played with, though? Was it Antoine Bolden, the dude that fractured his face? He got hit. It was like a head-to-head contact, and he played with Larry Fitzgerald. I think it's Antoine Bowden. Correct me if I'm wrong in the comments if you can. But the 3-time All-Pro and 11-time Pro Bowl selection led the NFL in catches and receiving touchdowns twice during his career, and finished second all-time in receptions with 1,432, second all-time in yards, 17,492 yards, and sixth all-time in touchdown catches with 1,000. Oh my gosh, if he had 1,000, oh my God, he'll be the GOAT. He'll be the triple GOAT. 121 catches, 121 touchdown catches, and the postseason is where he truly shined, as he is one of the 9 players ever to catch 10 touchdowns in the playoffs, doing so in just 9 games. That is impressive. Fitz, 104.7 yards per game in the postseason, is the highest of any player to have appeared in at least 5 playoff games. He is eligible for the Pro Bowl, the Pro Hall of Fame. Not bad. Not Pro Bowl. Pro Hall of Fame in 2026, which he should be a Hall of Famer, and will most likely be first ballot choice. Should be. All-time great. Now, number five. Look, I like Larry Fitzgerald, but for me, let me just keep it real with you. Shout out to JJ, play-by-play with JJ, Christopher Real, Star Wars Cooley, Larry Fitz, Minnesota made. I like Larry Fitz, but I don't got him number 4. And this is no disrespect to Larry Fitz. I got Calvin number 4 at least, bro. I'm sorry. When I see, maybe because I got to see Calvin more because I'm a Viking fan, I watch more Viking games. I don't know. And we play the Lions twice a year. This man was on another level, bro. Like for the amount of time he played, how many seasons did he even play? Excuse me, y'all. Trying to get over this little cold. So Calvin Johnson, number 5, they got him in the top 10. So when you ask defensive coaches of players who the scariest receiver in the NFL was during the mid-2000s, Calvin Johnson name always pops up. He was 6'5" and weighed more than 230 pounds, but still ran a blazing 4.35 40-yard dash at the combine, which earned him the nickname Megatron.
Talk that talk.
I don't know. That's a cool behind nickname, man. I ain't gonna sit here and lie to you, man. Like, I'm a big Transformer person. You know what I mean? I love Transformers. So that was a cool behind nickname, bro. Anybody named Megatron because there's nothing you can do to stop this man when the ball is in the air. Like, the man just adapts and he catches the ball. It don't matter if he's triple team. The man's going to catch the ball somehow, some way. Straight up monster. Johnson retired early and only played 9 seasons, all with the Lions. But those 9 seasons can stack up against anyone, and I agree. He finished with 11,619 yards, 83 receiving touchdowns, both which rank in the top 6 all-time in a player's first 9 seasons. He is amazing. Most notably, he has the NFL single-season record for receiving yards with a whopping 1,964 yards in 2007. Wow. Wow. It's still holding? Wow. Had he continued to play, Johnson might have been in the top 2 on this list. He was inducted into the Pro Bowl Hall of Fame in 2021, which he should be. See, look, do you get it though? So you don't have Larry Fitzgerald in the Hall of Fame, but you got Calvin Johnson, but he's ranked number 5 on your list. Make that make sense. How you got the 4th best wide receiver of all time, right, ahead of Johnson, but he didn't get in the Hall of Fame before Johnson? I don't understand that. Could somebody make that make sense to me, please? Because that don't make no dang on sense to me. For real. Eagles. Nah, we ain't worrying about none of that. I'm scared of. I'm confident in us, but yeah, y'all gonna have a trouble, man. Washington versus Eagles. That's gonna be a good game. It's gonna be a good game. But all right, let's get to number 6, y'all. Let's get to number 6. Marvin Harrison. wow. Amazing getting the ball thrown to him by Peyton Manning, one of the greatest wide receivers of all time. I'm only going to do up to 7, but Marvin Harrison was great. Another guy who spent his entire career with one team, Marvin Harrison was a Colt for 13 seasons and put up gaudy numbers with Peyton Manning as his quarterback. His total of 1,102 receptions ranks 5th all time. His 14,580 receiving yards ranks 9th, and his 127 receiving touchdowns is also 5th. And by the way, I think his son is in the NFL now, and I think he's pretty darn good as well, so that's pretty cool. Harrison earned 8 All-Pro, and Pro Bowl selections during his career and was inducted into the Pro Football Hall of Fame in 2016. He is also just one of 3 players in our top 10 to have won a Super Bowl, joining Rice and Isaac Bruce. All right, now let's get to 7, and this is going to be the last one I'm going to really talk about. Cris Carter. Now, this is why I also have Randy Moss on this pedestal when it comes to the greatest, right, at the wide receiver position. Because even the great, and I mean the great Cris Carter, right, probably one of the first wide receivers that made the one-handed catch sexy. He made the one-handed grab, the one-handed catch with one hand, like, just amazing, beautiful, beautiful football to watch. And this man said when they drafted Randy Moss, he even, I ain't gonna say he bowed down, but he said, what can I do? This guy's the guy. This guy's the guy. So you know how great Cris Carter is. And him saying that about Randy Moss, in other words, it's like, you know the vibes, man. You know the vibes. Like I don't know how people could argue about Randy Moss being that bull. But this is what Cris Carter said. Before the Vikings had Randy Moss, they had Cris Carter, one of the 4 players ever with 130 career receiving touchdowns. Carter ranked 6th all-time in reception with 1,101 yards, and 13 all-time in receiving yards with 13,899 yards. He made 3 All-Pro teams and 8 Pro Bowls en route to Pro Hall of Fame induction in 2013. The Ohio State product is Minnesota's all-time leader in every receiving category and was known for sure-fire hands. Probably the greatest hands besides Randy Moss, and he might even got, I don't know. That's a close one. When it comes to hands, I ain't never really see Randy Moss drop a ball, and I'm pretty sure Cris Carter ain't never really dropped a ball. It's rare, very rare. Then you got Isaac Bruce, number 8. That's a very, very good one. Isaac Bruce was amazing. Tim Brown from the Raiders, simply amazing. Amazing. And Andre Johnson. Man, I remember Andre Johnson in his prime. But leave in the comments below, who do you think the greatest wide receiver of all time? Would you switch it up just a little bit when it comes to the order? Excuse me. But that's all I'm going to say about that. Now let's get to the